Took a 7-day win streak for the S&P 500 to guess what, Scarlett?
I'm wearing green, so there you go.
Another record high. You wore the right shirt for this day here because unlike yesterday where we were all kind of poo-pooing that 0.1% rally, you got a much more meaningful advance today. 1% gain here on the S&P 500. Similar moves on the NASDAQ, the Dow, and even the Russell 2000 here on this Wednesday afternoon. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, tech stocks, chip stocks, what else? Of course, leading the charge, but this was one of the more broader rallies that we've seen, at least going back towards the end of May. A couple of weak spots out there that we should point out, including in the restaurant space with Darden, and Bitcoin, Scarlett, continues to remain on the back foot.
Yeah, but it was really tech that took this front stage, the center stage, in terms of big gains. And you see that with Alphabet up by better than 1%. And this is the case across the Magnificent Seven space. But I do want to point out HubSpot losing as much as 19% earlier after Bloomberg reported that Alphabet has shelved efforts to acquire the company. Apparently, Alphabet was interested in a potential deal with HubSpot earlier this year, but the two sides didn't even get to the due diligence stage of negotiations. This is according to people familiar with the matter. Hawaiian Electric up by 21% on the day. This is after a local news outlet reported that a settlement resolving all claims and lawsuits over the Maui wildfires was progressing and advancing through the Maui County Council. So some good news for shareholders of Hawaiian Electric. But our top story this hour really comes down to inflation. Jay Powell says he is not ready to claim victory over it as the Federal Reserve awaits the latest read on consumer prices due out tomorrow to determine the progress of inflation moderating to its 2% target. Now, traders have already made up their mind. They're positioned for a dovish outcome, building their bullish bond wagers over the past week and a half. Later this hour, we're going to be hearing from the CFO of General Mills on how the food company has been addressing inflation.